Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sadiq. So recently in August 2024, Burkina Faso experienced one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in recent years when militants linked to Al-Qaeda affiliate Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin (JNIM) in short form killed up to 600 civilians in the town of Barcelona. This massacre is emblematic of the escalating violence in the Sahel region, where Islamist militants have increasingly targeted civilians as part of their broader strategy to destabilize government and seize control of territory. So what is this all about? Let's have a small look at the background of this Burkina Faso incidents happening. So Burkina Faso has been in this situation since 2015, struggling with an insurgency driven by jihadist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. So these groups have gained influence in the country by exploiting the weak governance and internal political instability, including recent military coups. Like the government has increasingly relied on local militias and also civilian volunteers to support the army in defending against this jihadist advances. In the town of Barcelona, which relies on the crucial strategic line near Kaya, civilians were recruited by the Burkina Faso military to dig defensive trenches in an last-ditch effort to protect the area from jihadist attacks. So, however, this tactic turned deadly when militants, believing the civilians to be collaborating with the military, launched a massive assault on the town. So, on August 24, 2024, JNIM militants arrived in Barcelona on motorcycles, armed with automatic weapons. So they opened fire on civilians and soldiers alike, many of whom were in the process of digging trenches as part of the town's defensive measures. So witnesses reported that the attack was methodical and the militants showed no hesitation in targeting unarmed civilians. The majority of the victims were townspeople, including women and children, who has been conscripted to aid the military effort. So reports indicate that militants were well organized, approaching the town from multiple directions. They quickly overwhelmed the local defense forces, capturing military equipment and even an ambulance. So despite attempts by the Burkina Faso military to respond, the attack lasted for several hours, and by the end of the day, hundreds of people lay dead. So initial reports from local authorities and international organizations estimated that the death toll will be around 200 people. However, in October 2024, recently, a security assessment by the French government revised the death toll to around 600. Making this one of the most bloodiest attacks in the history of Africa. So the discrepancy in numbers is likely due to the chaotic nature of the aftermath, with many bodies being buried in mass graves and others left unaccounted for. So JNIM later released videos after showing the aftermath, including the bodies of those killed in trenches. The aftermath of the attack has only increased the tensions in Burkina Faso and the broader Sahel region. The attack in Barcelona came after this significant incident where more than 150 soldiers were killed in an ambush, further weakening the already fragile Burkinabe military. In response to the escalating violence, the transitional government, which took power in 2022 coup, has struggled to maintain control. So the incident has drawn international attention to the deteriorating security situation in Sahel, particularly in Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, where jihadist groups continue to expand their influence. The withdrawal of French and US military forces from the region in recent years has created a power vacuum that insurgents have exploited. Despite the involvement of Russian mercenary forces in some areas, the local military forces have struggled to keep jihadist groups in check. So what are the implications of this? The Barcelona massacre highlights the broader challenge facing Burkina Faso and other Sahelian nations. Civilians often caught between the jihadists and the government are increasingly being forced into conflict, either as recruits for local defense forces or as victims of insurgent attacks. The conflict has displaced more than 2 million people and plunged large parts of country into humanitarian crisis. So the international community remains deeply concerned about the growing instability in the Sahel, but efforts to curb the violence have been complicated by the political instability, military coups and the withdrawal of key foreign military support in Burkina Faso. So the future remains uncertain, with jihadist groups emboldened by their success and the government's ability to respond severely affected. So the Barcelona attack is a grim reminder of the destruction or death toll of jihadist violence in Burkina Faso, where civilians are increasingly caught in the crossfire of a conflict that shows no signs of abating. That's it for this video, and for more information please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Sadik Explains, and also share it with your friends. That's it. Thank you for watching till the end. Bye bye.